The best Lenovo laptops consistently rank near the top of our overall best laptops rankings, and that is unchanged as we start 2024. Whether you are considering a ThinkPad business laptop, a sleek yoga notebook, or an affordable IdeaPad laptop, Lenovo offers something for every user. Lenovo is a consistent presence, from the best business laptops to the best 2-in-1 laptops. It is no surprise that Lenovo makes some of our favorite laptops, from the business-focused ThinkPads to the gaming-centric Legion laptops. With so many options available on the market, choosing the right Lenovo laptop can be challenging. That's why, in this video, I'll be discussing the 5 best Lenovo laptops. You can find the links to the best prices for each product in the description below. Please note that the products are not ranked in any specific order, so make sure to watch until the end so you don't miss any important details. Number 6. Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 11. When it's time to get down to business, no one does it better than Lenovo. The Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 11 reclaimed the venerable laptop line's top spot on our best business laptops list last year. What had managed to unseat it, you ask? Why, another Lenovo ThinkPad, of course. The X1 Carbon reclaims its spot on the Carbon throne thanks to a combination of features that make it the perfect fit for most business users. That includes nearly 14 hours of battery life and a host of security features, including a fingerprint reader, an optional Windows Hello compatible IR camera, and a TPM 2.0 chip. It's also mil-spec tested to ensure that an accidental spill of the liquid or drop variety won't immediately have you in the market for a replacement. At just 2.6 pounds and 0.6 inches thick, commuters and frequent travelers will love that the X1 Carbon Gen 11 doesn't weigh down a laptop bag. Speaking of not cluttering your laptop bag, the pair of Thunderbolt 4 ports, a pair of USB 3.2 Type-A ports, an HDMI port, a Kensington lock slot, and a headset jack mean you shouldn't need to toss a USB-C hub in there either. I haven't even gotten to the excellent keyboard or bright 14-inch display. Our only knocks against this excellent laptop are the weak webcam, considered one of the best webcams, and the display could be more vivid. On that last point, it's not washed out. It just doesn't hold up to more entertainment-focused premium laptops. But the shading on your spreadsheets will still look great. Number 5. Lenovo YogaBook 9i. If you need power, versatility, and aesthetics in a productivity laptop, the YogaBook 9i can meet those standards. It's a convertible 2-in-1, with dual 13-inch OLED displays that combine to give you a 16-inch WVA 3K OLED that can flex from business to creative needs. While the YogaBook 9i is a bit pricier than your average 2-in-1, you get twice the display. While the battery life could be better, the YogaBook 9i lasted 9 hours and 18 minutes on the laptop mag battery test, so it can survive an entire workday with both displays on. For those who need to create content, the YogaBook 9i's dual OLED displays cover 136% of the DCI-P3 color gamut, which is well above the premium laptop average of 93.3%. While the displays are a little dim, at 335 nits for the top display and 344 nits for the bottom panel, they are within range of the 392 nit premium laptop average, so you'll have all the color accuracy and brightness you need. In the Geekbench 5.5 overall performance test, the 9i scored 7,765, which is decent enough for its Intel Core i7-13555U processor and pretty close to the 7,767 premium laptop average. Since the laptop's true appeal is its dual display, you won't be disappointed as you handle separate tasks on 2 screens. Number 4. Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3. The Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 takes the concept of ultra-portable to a new level, built with a total weight of 2.2 pounds in an 11.5x 8.2x 0.6-inch frame. If you need something truly light and capable, look no further. It's built with an Intel Core i7-1360p processor, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD storage space, and a 13.3-inch 2K pixel IPS touchscreen at $1,599 for the model we reviewed. Its Geekbench 5.5 multi-core performance of 9,268 puts it in a pretty solid spot, but it's important to remember that it's packing a processor from the previous generation, and since it's an ultra-portable, you will naturally be taking it on the go. Laptops of this kind need a bright panel that can handle the sunniest days, and the Nano does precisely that. With a 483-nit peak brightness, we were amazed by how bright this thing can get. Its 70.9% coverage of the DCI-P3 color gamut isn't quite as impressive, but it's fine. The laptop mag battery test, which involves continuous web surfing over Wi-Fi at 150 nits, managed a subpar 8 hours and 28 minutes. This is pretty weak compared to the original's 12 hours of battery life, and is significantly below the 9-hour and 45-minute ultra-portable average. You should also expect a lack of ports, featuring only 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports and an audio jack. As this is a thin, lightweight laptop, it's not too surprising that it has a small selection. In a worst-case scenario, we recommend investing in the best laptop docking stations to get the most out of the laptop without. Number 3. Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. The Lenovo Legion 5 Pro is one of the best gaming laptops of 2024, and it's no contest. It possesses superb RTX 4070 performance that outperforms its many competitors without a sweat, alongside excellent productivity scores to satisfy your needs in everyday tasks. The Legion 5 Pro also has a personal favorite keyboard, and I even went as far to call it my keyboard soulmate in 2023. By giving the arrow keys its own little nook, featuring its own touchpad, and having a wonderful feeling 1.5mm of key travel, it stands out and excels as one of the best. And while the Legion 5 Pro doesn't have the best display, it is surprisingly high quality for a laptop at this price point. Managing a DCI-P3 score of 82.4% and 319 nits of brightness at this cost is often unprecedented. It even has a surprisingly powerful audio system. With an AMD Ryzen 7 7745HX, 16GB of RAM, and a 1TB SSD, this laptop excels with a Geekbench 6 score of 13,063. Alongside only taking 4 minutes and 5 seconds to convert a 4K video into 1080p resolution through the Handbrake app. And with the final cherry on top being 2,150 megabytes per second transfer rate, every aspect of its performance is unbelievable. But what really impresses us is that the Legion 5 Pro goes above and beyond competitors that similarly use an RTX 4070. For example, in Borderlands 3, it managed 110 frames per second when compared to the Razer Blade 14 98 FPS, Origin Eon 16S 106 FPS, and MSI Katana 15 99 FPS. It similarly managed first place against these same laptops in tests for games like Red Dead Redemption 2, Metro Exodus, Dirt 5, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and a Grand Theft Auto V. It was only defeated once against the Eon 16S in Far Cry 6. Number 2. Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i Chromebook Plus. A Lenovo laptop for under $500? No, this isn't a trick. The budget-friendly IdeaPad Flex 5i, with an Intel i3 1315U processor, delivers some of the best elements of the IdeaPad lineup at a much lower price than we're used to. Some of those features include excellent battery life at 9 hours and 50 minutes, a lightweight 14-inch build that comes in at 3.57 pounds, and surprisingly good performance for this price range. You can also expect the potency of Google's AI-enhanced Chrome OS to pack a great performance boost. Chromebooks get a bad reputation as being lower quality, but considering how lightweight its operating system is, it perfectly complements the reduced cost for a laptop. Its Geekbench 6 multi-core performance score of 5,384 isn't fantastic by any means, especially when compared to the Yoga 9i's 9,000 South 9 So 9 in Sour 254. But the price difference is massive enough that the former is worth it for those who need something affordable. The one criteria in which we would never recommend the IdeaPad Flex 5i is if you're a stickler for quality displays. It covered a startlingly low 46.5% of the DCI-P3 color gamut, and while you might think that's normal for this type of laptop, it's actually below the 64.8% Chromebook average. Its 306 nits of brightness isn't awful, but having a panel that can handle bright sunlight is vital for some users. Its port selection includes 2 USB Type-C ports, a Kensington lock, microSD card reader, 3.5mm audio jack, and a USB Type-A port. If you're in need of Thunderbolt 4, this budget laptop will absolutely not satisfy you on that front. There are much more powerful laptops on this list, but when it comes to value, the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i is hard to beat. Number 1. Lenovo Yoga 9i. It's my favorite laptop ever, achieving excellence on all fronts without sacrificing essential elements of its compelling design. Its balance between a gorgeous 2180 x 1880 pixel OLED touchscreen, phenomenal productivity performance with its Intel Core i7 1360p processor, excellent aluminum build, and great speakers make the ideal system for those picky about their experience using a laptop. After all, spending potentially thousands of dollars on anything can be terrifying. But this one will fulfill your needs. As when lifting the lid on the Yoga 9i and going to town to study, work, or watch films/TV, it never feels as if my experience is lesser. Its OLED display channels a mouth-watering 142.1% coverage of the DCI-P3 color gamut, demolishing its competition in panel vividness. While its 353 nits of brightness isn't quite as high as some might like, it's still bright enough to take on the go without issue. If you're worried about it dying prematurely, we tested it at 10 hours and 10 minutes of battery life in the Laptop Mag battery test, which involves continuous web surfing over Wi-Fi at 150 nits of brightness. If your 2-in-1 feels like it might snap every time you extend its 360-degree hinge, you'll likely have an anxiety attack whenever moving the lid. Thankfully, the Yoga 9i is amazingly sturdy, with its aluminum hinges providing no shakiness as I poked and prodded at the lid. If you're a gamer, on a tight budget, or just looking for something unique, you may need to look further down this list. For the average user, the Lenovo Yoga 9i Gen 8 is the best of the best. And don't worry about the rest.